Trump to reduce drug costs made hours before he had an unprecedented meeting with Republican lawmakers from Michigan. That is a state the Trump campaign is still contesting. Meanwhile, President-elect Joe Biden met with top Democratic leaders. NewsNation's national political correspondent Dean Reynolds is live in our newsroom with those details.
Marnie, the president today met with Republican lawmakers from a swing state that, as you say, he is still contesting. And he claimed Pfizer, the major pharmaceutical company you just heard about, had intentionally delayed the announcement of its potentially breakthrough coronavirus vaccine until after the election to hurt him politically.
The president, who has had little to say in public for days, chose a briefing on lowering drug prices to air a list of grievances tied to the election he has yet to concede.
Big Pharma ran millions of dollars of negative advertisements against me during the campaign, which I won, by the way, but, you know, we'll find that out. Almost 74 million votes. We had Big Pharma against us. We had the media against us. We had big tech against us. We had a lot of dishonesty against us.
He has claimed without proof that the drug company Pfizer, the Food and Drug Administration, and unidentified Democrats conspired to suppress news of a possible vaccine until after November 3rd. Pfizer says there's no truth to that charge, but the president repeated it today.
So they waited and waited and waited, and they thought they'd come out with it a few days after the election. And it would have probably had an impact. Who knows? Maybe it wouldn't have. I'm sure they would have found the ballot someplace, the Democrats.
The Trump legal team has argued with little success in court that as part of a coordinated conspiracy, millions of those ballots were deleted, discarded, or actually switched from the Trump to the Biden column by corrupted voting machines. It's a charge the federal agency that oversees U.S. election security has said is untrue. And yet Rudy Giuliani and other lawyers for the president have aired suspicions that the machine's manufacturer, a company called Dominion Voting Systems, was connected in some way to Venezuela and its autocratic leader, Hugo Chavez, who died 7 years ago. Today, Dominion said it is a nonpartisan American company based in Denver. The president also hosted a group of Republican state lawmakers from Michigan this evening for what the White House called a routine meeting. But it came as he and his allies pressed for delays in final vote certifications in Michigan and other states where Mr. Biden won. Michigan is set to certify its totals as soon as next Monday. The president has also called local election officials in swing states Mr. Biden won.
It's an abuse of office.
Bob Bauer is a Biden campaign lawyer.
It's an open attempt to intimidate election officials. It's absolutely appalling.
But after their meeting today in the Oval Office, Michigan Senate President Mike Shirkey and House Speaker Lee Chatfield released a statement that appeared to lower the temperature a bit. We have not been made aware of any information that would change the outcome of the election in Michigan, they said. And as legislative leaders, we follow the law and follow the normal process regarding Michigan's electors, just as we have said throughout this election. Former Vice President Biden won Michigan by more than 150,000 votes.
And the president-elect met in Delaware today with House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer to map out a legislative agenda going forward after Inauguration Day, exactly 2 months from now, when Joe Biden, who turned 78 today, will become the oldest man ever to take the oath of office.